Hello everybody, myself Mr. Talbuda. We are here again together for learning subject social science. It is our class 7th, chapter 4, the Rajput age. Previously we have seen chapter from history, then civics, then geography. About history we can say that we have studied about two big states, Harshvardhan, Pulkeshi II, Kanauj, Vatapil, we all know. Now let us learn another lesson from history, and the name of the lesson is the Rajput age. So let us start the lesson. Here in the textbook, the lesson starts with a boy who was watching a television. The name of the boy was Parimal, who was watching television, and on television he was watching programs related to the ancient time. So he saw different palaces in that program, and while watching those palaces there were few questions arose in his mind. Questions like, who constructed those beautiful palaces? Are those palaces still exist? So all kind of questions arose in his mind, and to get the answer of that questions he went to his grandfather. His grandfather explained a few things to that boy, and those things we are going to learn in this lesson. What things his grandfather told to that boy? In that, his grandfather explained that yes, those palaces are still exist on earth, and those palaces were constructed by king, and observing those palaces we can come to know about different period of time, because presently the monuments, the buildings, that the palaces that is constructed, it has a unique style, but those palaces which were constructed during ancient time, those were very unique. So by observing those palaces we can come to know the period of time. Now the monuments which are constructed by the kings of Rajput age, those monuments still exist in India. And to know more about those era, about those kings, about those palaces, let us study the lesson. And the first point we are going to write, it is rise of new dynasty. Rise of new dynasties. In the previous lesson, as we have studied about Harshvardhan, Harshvardhan was the king, emperor who lived in the 6th century. After his death, the landlords and the feudals, the word landlord or feudal, landlord or feudal lord, might be thinking, what are these two words, landlord or feudal lord? From this word you can come to know landlord, the person who is having lots of amount of land. Feudal lord is the synonym of that word. In simple word we can say, the person who collected revenue of particular provinces or area, that person is known as landlord or feudal lord. The person who collected the revenue of particular area, or we can say from province, is known as landlord. Whatever I am writing here on the board, those are very important points, so you can note down in your notebook, and you can easily remember those key points that may help you in exam. It can be asked that who are landlords or feudal lord. if you have written, you can easily remember that thing. So this is the first thing, that landlord or feudal lord. Now during that time there were many dynasties came into existence after the death of Harshvardhan, the emperor Harshvardhan. And during that time, those who were landlords, those who were very rich, they announced that they were free from any kind of boundaries from the kings or any kind of authorities. So they have made their own dynasties, and due to that there were many dynasties came into existence in North India, in South India, both the sides. So we'll study about those. First of all, we'll study the dynasties of North India. Let us see the names of the dynasties of North India. During that time, dynasties like Gurjar, Pal dynasty, Gurjar dynasty, then Pratihar dynasty, then Chalukya dynasty, Parmar dynasty, and Chauhan dynasties. So these are the dynasties that ruled in North India during the Rajput age or medieval age after the death of Harshvardhan. So it can be asked that which are the dynasties from North India. We can say that the dynasties named as Gurjar, Pal dynasty, Pratihar dynasty, Chalukya dynasty, Parmar dynasty, and Chauhan dynasties are the main dynasties of North India. Now let us see the dynasties of South India. In South India, there were dynasties like Pallava dynasty, then Rashtrakut, Pallava dynasty, then Rashtrakut dynasty, then Kalyani Chalukya dynasty, then Chair dynasty, Pandya dynasty, and Chola dynasties. So try to remember the names of both the dynasties discussed about in North India, now South India. Which were the main dynasties that ruled? Those ruled in South India. So we can name them as Pallava dynasty, Rashtrakuta dynasty, Kalyani Chalukya dynasty, Chair dynasty, Pandya dynasty, and Chola dynasty. These are the main dynasties which ruled in the Rajput era. So try to remember the names. You can take screenshot so you can write the points afterwards also. Okay, let us move. During the medieval period, the kingdoms of early medieval period were divided into two groups. The kingdoms of early medieval period were divided into two parts. Which were the two parts? First of all, dynasties from North India, and second, South India. So these are the two parts in which the kingdoms are divided. Now we'll start with the first part, that is North India. Let us see in detail about the dynasties that ruled in North India. After the death of Emperor Harshvardhan, many rulers ruled Kanauj and different parts of North India, but during that time there was a king named Yashovarma. King named Yashovarma, who was considered as a powerful ruler. Yashovarma is considered as one of the powerful ruler of North India, and after him Pratihar dynasty ruled Kanauj and protected India from Arab invasions. After that Pratihar dynasty ruled in Kanauj and in North India, and they also protected India. It can be asked that which dynasty protected India from Arab invasions. We can say that Pratihar dynasty protected India from Arab invasions. They protected India from the Arab soldiers. Now let us move forward. Sorry, as the fans are not started due to some voice, it is very hot out here. Now let us see and study about Pratihar dynasty. Pratihar dynasty, in that dynasty there were great kings like Mihir Bhoj, known as Bhoj, who was one of the powerful ruler and who fought battles against Rashtrakuta and other dynasties, and he was famous. So in short we can write, in Pratihar dynasty one of the powerful king was Mihir Bhoj. We also know that king as Bhoj, Raja Bhoj, who had fought many battles against Rashtrakuta and other dynasties to extend his empire. After Pratihar dynasty, the next dynasty that ruled in North India, it was Parmar dynasty. After Pratihar dynasty, the next is Parma dynasty. Parma dynasty ruled in Malwa, and in Malwa there were two main cities. It is asked in the question exams and in workbook also that which are the two main cities of Malwa or Parma dynasty. The answer is Ujjain and Darnagari. Ujjain and Darnagari. These are the two important places or cities of Malwa. Darnagari is presently known as Dar district in Madhya Pradesh, and King Munj and King Bhoj of Parma dynasty were also good poets. King Bhoj, as we studied about him, and King Munj. They were not only good kings or good emperor, they were also a very good poets. So we can say that they were also very good poets. Raja Bhoj made Darnagari as a center of education. Raja Bhoj made Darnagari center of education, and he also established a university for the study of Sanskrit literature. Raja Bhoj in Darnagari made educational center. He also started university of Sanskrit literature. There were many architectural monuments constructed by King Munj and Bhoj also that are world famous. Parma dynasty fought many battles with the Chalukya dynasties of south, and after the death of Raja Bhoj, the kingdom of Malwa weakened. So as you can see, in this dynasty, King Bhoj was one of the main king or the ruler, was the most powerful ruler. Those who has great knowledge about Sanskrit. He was an excellent poet, and there were many conflicts of Parma dynasty that took place against the Chalukya dynasty of south, and due to that conflicts, and after the death of King Bhoj, Parma dynasty could not survive. It weakened and it was replaced by another dynasty. After that, the next dynasty that we are going to learn is a Pal dynasty. The rulers of Pal dynasty and Sen dynasty ruled in Bihar and in Bengal. Pal dynasty as well as Sen dynasty. They ruled in Bihar and Bengal. So I hope you have written up to here the points. You can take screenshot to write the points yourself also. So let us move forward up to here. We have seen different dynasties. Now let us study in detail about Pal dynasty and other dynasty. As the name, Pal dynasty. The rulers of Pal dynasty had added Pal after their names. So gradually this dynasty was named as Pal dynasty. We have currently also seen the names of Mahipal, Suryapal. So the last word Pal, which was added after the names, and gradually it becomes Pal dynasty. Many Rajput rulers of Chauhan dynasty or Chahman dynasty. After Pal dynasty, the next is Chauhan dynasty or Chahman dynasty. Chauhan dynasty or Chahman dynasty ruled over Rajasthan during the 7th and 8th century. They ruled in Rajasthan in 7th and 8th century. One of the branches that ruled over Shakambari near Sambar Lake in Ajmer. Chauhan dynasty or Chahman dynasty kings. They ruled in Rajasthan, and in Rajasthan there is a place named Shakambari. It is situated in Rajasthan near the lake Sambar in Ajmer. From where they started their ruling power. And in the beginning of 8th century, Ajay Raj ascended to the throne of Shakambari in the 12th century. He established the city of Ajmer, which later came to known as Ajmer. So, in Chauhan or Chahman dynasty, one of the major name of a king named Ajmer in the 12th century. Ajmer in the 12th century, he established one of the city named Ajmer, which was established by Ajay Raj. By mistake I have spoken the name of this place or city, but make correction that, sorry for that, the king named Ajay Raj, who established the city Ajmer in the 12th century in Rajasthan, and after few years it came to known as Ajmer. Presently we know that place as Ajmer. In exams in workbook it is question given that who established Ajmer or Ajmer, from which dynasty that king belonged. Ajay Raj is the answer. Ajay Raj, the Emperor Ajay Raj established Ajmer in 12th century. It is in Rajasthan in Parmar dynasty. And slowly after establishing their rule in Rajasthan, they gradually started winning different areas of India. In that, the rulers of Chauhan dynasty captured means they conquered Delhi. They conquered Delhi, the capital of Tomar kings. After establishing the city Ajmer or Ajmer, they started gaining control over different parts of India. In that, they captured Delhi, which was the capital of Tomar kings, those who are ruling in that part, and they conquered Delhi also. In that, Prithviraj III or Rai Pithora was one of the powerful ruler of Chauhan dynasty. Prithviraj III or Rai Pithora, who was one of the powerful king of Chauhan dynasty. about whom there were many folk songs, stories written about Prithviraj III or Raipithora, which explains his bravery and his wisdom, how he ruled in Chauhan dynasty. So up to here, I hope it is clear in your mind that which dynasty and which were the famous or well-known king of that dynasty. So before rubbing, let me just give you time to take a screenshot so that you can remember. As we have seen about Chauhan dynasty, one of the king from Chauhan dynasty, Prithviraj III or Raipithura, whose bravery was well known in the forms of stories, folk songs. So now let us move forward. Who wrote that stories or who wrote about Raipithora or Prithviraj III? Chand Bardai. Who was one of the famous poets of Chauhan dynasty, wrote the epic about Prithviraj Chauhan, named as Prithviraj Raso. Chand Bardai, famous poet, wrote about Prithviraj Chauhan, and that epic was named as Prithviraj Raso. It can be asked in 1 or 2 mark objectives that who wrote Prithviraj Raso, about whom the details of Prithviraj Raso give. So try to remember. The Guhils or Gohils of Mewar, later came to known as Sisodia Rajput, hold a unique position in medieval period. After Parmar dynasty, after Chauhan dynasty, now we'll see about Gohils or Guhils. After a few years, they came to known as Sisodia Rajput. Let us see about this dynasty, Gohils or Guhils, and later that came to known as Sisodia Rajput. Let me just make it clear. The person who established Sisodia Rajput dynasty was none other than Bapa Rawal. None other than Bapa Rawal, who established Sisodia Rajput. Can be asked that who established Gohils or Sisodia Rajput dynasty? The answer is Bapa Rawal established Sisodia Rajput. During Rajput era, Chedi dynasty. Now we will see the dynasties in short, as we have seen previously dynasties from North India. There are many dynasties. Now here Chauhan, then Guhils, Sisodia Rajput. After that Chedi dynasty. Let us see 1 or 2 details about this dynasty also. Chedi dynasty that ruled over Jabalpur. Chedi dynasty that ruled over Jabalpur, which is to the south of Narmada. which is to the south of Narmada in Madhya Pradesh. The capital of Chedi dynasty. Capital of Chedi dynasty is Tripuri or Tripura, we can say, known as Tewar also. The capital of Chedi dynasty is Tripuri or Tewar. Now, these were the dynasties that ruled in North India. We have seen many dynasties like the dynasties named as Pratihar, Gurjar, Pal, then Parmar, Chauhan. Let us see one or two dynasties more. The names which belongs to Gujarat, where we live. During that time in Gujarat, there were dynasties like Solanki dynasty and Chowda dynasty. Chowda dynasty and Solanki dynasty kings that ruled in the city named Anhilwad Patan in Gujarat. Anhilwad Patan named in Gujarat. So these were the dynasties of North India. I hope you have understood the details about the Rajput age in North India. So do stay tuned for the second part for the dynasties of South India. Thank you very much.